Oh, crap.
No, we're live in 30?
No, we're live.
I don't believe you. Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out with us at Wine with Ryan. Grab your glass, grab your mug, grab your chalice, your stein, fill it with your favorite liquid. I like wine, and join us for the simultaneous sip. Oh, cheers, Ines. Cheers, the mystery person. So this is interesting. Blaine Brazel asks, will there ever be a makeup between you and Grant Cardone? Houston beats Noah because Houston has a baseball team, and you beat Grant Cardone by 2x. Yes! Look, I have no beef with Grant Cardone. Shots fired at Cardone! What are you gonna do about that, Cardone? And that's that. Adrian Lazar. Man, we got some badass names that watch Wine with Ryan. Says, how would you launch a hair care products line? Here's how I would do it. I would do a 60-second video showing a before and after of the product being used. So here's hair before, and here's us doing the hair thing, and here's what it is after. There was a really, really good ad that I saw today. All it was this like 10-second ad of this guy rolls up a shoe and then lets it go, and it went like, it popped up, and then he took an insert, put it into the shoe, rolled it up, and the thing popped up 40 feet in the air. I was like, oh, I wanted to buy this thing just so I could do that, right, and impress my friends. Something I learned from the late, great, the best pitch man ever, the greatest, the handsomest, the best beard,
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays from OxyClean.
Hi, Billy Mays here from the movie team.
Oh, now when you get your bottle of OxyClean for $19.95. So, what was I saying? Oh, Billy Mays would say, if you can show the product in use, that is your best shot at being able to convert lookers into buyers. So there's a one big thing in the news as we record this. Big thing happened. Manny Machado signed with the San Diego Padres, the biggest baseball contract in history. Ines, do you think that this is a generational signing, or is he an overpaid solid piece?
Overpaid solid piece.
I agree. I think anybody who's getting $30 million a year is overpaid, unless your name is Bryce Harper, who is still a free agent right now. But Manny Machado, he had a 790 OPS 2 years ago. You can't bet on that. Sure, he had a 900 OPS last year, but I am not confident that he is going to be a generational piece. But for a team like the Padres that has very little payroll and a whole lot of prospects, why not swing for the fences on somebody like Machado? Right, Ines?
Correct. Agree with that wholeheartedly. I know everything he just said right there.
What are you into that I don't know about?
I watch a lot of Judge Judy, so unfortunately for me, it's all about law and justice.
Ryan says, my shirt matches the cabinets. It kind of does. I won't tell you what else matches the cabinets, if you know what I mean, Stefan. In case you don't know, my entire strategy as a business person is, I call it lighting fires. So I like to invest in new projects. I like to endorse new businesses. I like to get my audience to rally behind a new idea. And so my entire kind of business thesis is to build an audience on capitalism.com that I can then use to light the fire of other businesses that I'm a part of. So when I talk about a food company with Ines, or I talk about any of the other businesses that I'm a part of that is selfish, because by me talking about my business, I can use it as a case study, which is really cool content, but it also opens up new opportunities for me. It opens up new areas of distribution. It creates new relationships. The more public I am about my businesses, the more opportunities that open up. And Corin Woodmass is an Australian.
Yeah, buddy.
The go-to person when it comes to having physical products brands sold for a lot of money. And so Corin and I have a secret take over the world plan to not only work with business owners who have physical products that they're selling in order to take to an exit, but we are starting to put together the foundation of an investment bank that we're going to call 8-Figure Exits, where we actually bring those companies to market, help them sell for more money, and help them have a big fat payday. And it'll be the brokerage that exists at capitalism.com. What do you think of that, Miss Monziano?
I'm excited and can't wait because we talked about this a very long time ago.
It's been Corwin Woodmass is the best in the world. He's the best people. he has the biggest exits, the most beautiful exits. Nobody knows exits like Corwin, folks. Nobody.
I think every time you do that, you need to have the wig on standby.
I do. I need to have the Trump wig nearby a lot.
Just because it doesn't matter how it looks. So, it'll always look right.
Brian Newsbaum, I don't even have a product yet. I'm wet behind the ears still. So what you need to do is go to capitalism.com/brands and take our $1 Million Brands training. This will help you identify what your product will be, how you are going to bring it to life, and how you are going to find those first core customers who will support your business and take you to wherever you want to go. So my expertise is in helping people with a clear idea, bring that to market, and take it into the mid 7 figures. So if you don't know what that clear idea is, $1 Million Brands is a training that isn't going to take you a whole long, you're going to have to reserve your life for it, but you'll go through a few exercises and identify exactly what that business is going to be. And then you go through a few more pieces that will help you take that, craft that, bring it to life so that you have the foundation for that successful physical products brand. So that's at capitalism.com/brands. Jake!
Yes.
What's up, dude? You're live on Wine with Wyan. What's happening?
So I obviously have been dabbling with PPC, and it is bleeding me some money right now, but I'm kind of okay with it because I'm testing a few different things, but at the same time, it's a whole nother ball game in that PPC world.
Okay, cool. So who does your product help the most?
Obviously musicians, and if we're looking for a specific type of musician, I can't put my thumb on it, but it's blues players, I would say. It's,
okay.
It's a harmonica. So, and blues players use the type of harmonica that I use.
Okay, and what makes your harmonica different than all other harmonicas?
That's where I think I'm probably stuck.
All right, so why are you selling the product?
Because I used your link to sign up for amazing.com's course.
Okay, got it. So this isn't an area you're not sure if the product is different or better. You just kind of think it is, and you think it would connect with blues players. So this is a money play for you. Then your job is to become absolutely obsessed with your customers and find out what they want and give it to them. And if you think that blues players are your best market, then you need to go find out where the blues players hang out, and you need to start talking to them. And by talking to them, that can mean advertise to them. But a lot of people who are selling on Amazon, especially right now, think that if they just find a market that is untapped, they can throw a product there and the whole world is going to come to them. That was true in 2014 because there was not a whole lot of competition. But today, you've got to start with the audience. You've got to start with the people. You've got to know where they hang out, and you got to bring them to Amazon. And if you do that, Amazon will reward you by putting you high in the rankings, by driving your cost per click down, and by making it easy for you to get reviews because you're getting a whole bunch of traffic there. That's the 1-2 punch that will happen.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep. I got it.
All right, dude. I'll see you on the street. You know what I mean.
See you in Vegas.
Kevin says, how do I find an audience? Well, there's a couple ways. You can go out on the street and you can yell fire and you can watch how many people respond. That's an audience. Or you can build your own audience, because when I say audience, I mean that's a group of people that has specific needs, wants, or desires that you are serving with your product or service. That's what I mean by audience. When you say something, who listens. For most people, that's just your Facebook feed. For other people, that's an email list. For some people, that's a podcast. It's a YouTube channel. Who listens when you talk? That is an audience.
Rogue here.
Whoa, Marvin Lee, mute your wine with wine, man. Whoa, Marvin Lee, I'll just be over here. You gotta mute your computer, dude. Hold on. You weren't the problem, Marvin. Ines Manziano was the problem.
Sorry.
Can you hear me, Marvin? You are live on Wine with Wine. What's up, dude?
My question was, like, how do I get them to get to know me better if we already know them?
Yeah, cool. So a really good example of this would be, what was the video that Sean sent us?
GoRuck.com.
It's called GoRuck.com. There's a great example of a company that very simply says, this is who we are, this is what we're here to do, and this is who we serve and what we're up to in the world. Taking that stand gets those people to rally behind you. There is a reason why I bought the name capitalism.com, and I work with entrepreneurs, and I believe that government is bad, entrepreneurs are good, profits are good, and taxes are bad, because I know that by saying that, the people who believe the same things as me will start to rally behind our cause. And I say that because I know I will alienate some people and I will bring some people in. And if you're not alienating someone, then you're not bringing anyone into your cause either. So now that you know who your people are, start to speak to their beliefs as the brand. So the brand is now the advocate for that person's beliefs. And by doing so, you will get more of those types of people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And so then I guess the second part to my question, if you got time, is once you speak to their beliefs or whatnot, how do you get them to respond to you?
How are you communicating to them right now?
Right now, we are just communicating through Instagram. I actually just reach out to them, and I mean, the response is crazy. We have full-blown conversations, but it's just, me and a few other people that are doing this. But like, if I wanted to remove myself from this process and then have this, happen with, hundreds of people.
Yeah. So here's the disconnect. What they're speaking to you about in that direct message communication, you have to find a way to be able to do that in your content. So the thing that they're responding to you over, is it about their experience with the product? That's not scalable. Is it about something that they believe or what they're trying to accomplish? That is scalable. So if you start taking those pieces that are really connecting in the one-to-one, start bringing that publicly in the content that you're releasing on Instagram, and then repurpose that elsewhere. Let me give you one tip that has really, really helped me out. Create one central place for your community to hang out. And if they feel really connected to what we're doing, there's something really special happening when they start bringing in other people. You feel me? Feel me, Lee?
I do, because see, they're all scattered. I do not have them centralized. I can see what that would do if I had them centralized.
Yeah. You see this when I say building an audience is the group of people who respond to you when you put something out publicly. Now, most people think that means that they've got to go real big out here and have a big Instagram following in order to move the needle. They are wrong. It usually means that they need like 300 to 500 raving ass fans, because that's enough to do damage. Can you imagine for a second, Marvin Lee, if you had a new product launch and 300 people went and bought it that day? Change everything, right? At full price and leave you a review? It changes everything. Yeah. It changes everything. We need to do a product on this.
Audience building product?
Yeah.
Aubrey Marcus does this well. He has not a private Instagram, but a separate Instagram for his inner circle. For me, it's Facebook groups and email and Slack, as you have seen. So the only way that the way that you can easily communicate with your core group of people and you centralize that, boom sauce. Everything changes, Marvin Lee. I'm tired after that one. I feel like
Took all your brain
he had a
power?
braingasm and I'm having the post-braingasm nap right after. That was good. I'm not sure we can top that one. So Shondra Ray says there's so many avenues, it overwhelms me. So Ines, your previous employer, was
The one thing?
which was cutting through all the clutter to find the simple truth behind extraordinary results. So I feel like I'm overwhelmed all the time with all the shiz that I have to do. What is your recommendation?
You need to focus on what is the most important thing and only work on that, and everything else should become easy or unnecessary. And delegate is also a big thing too.
So our company one thing right now is creating an amazing monthly continuity program. And everything from there is a distraction. And you have no idea how many times per day I have to say, oh, that's a good idea, and I can't do it right now. And by practicing that over and over and over again, you go really fast. But trying to do everything at once, you go really, really slow. See Money, who we got?
We got Jimmy Abner on the phone.
Jimmy Abner, you are live on Wine with Wyan. What's up?
So I am a first-generation entrepreneur.
Woo!
My family's household income was always under $30,000 a year, and I decided after I had children that that's not how I wanted to live. I came up with an idea to use RFID identification tags in cattle to trace them from the day they're born to the day they're harvested, and then it follows them all the way to whatever grocery store you buy it from.
Oh, wow.
But
That's
I'm a
what it's
24-year-old kid that lives in a rundown trailer in far west Texas, and nobody takes me serious when I come to them with this.
What happens when you take it to somebody?
They say, stay in your lane, cowboy. Agriculture is kind of a weird thing. A lot of people don't understand the science behind it and the importance of it. So there's some people that just don't feel comfortable putting that capital into something that they don't know much about.
I think this would kill in an internet video campaign. But the market is not going to be who you think it is. Like, your market for this is the opposite of you. It is not the Texan farmer. It is the bougie American girl named Jennifer. Like,
Yes, sir.
that Jennifer wants this because she wants to know that she's eating an animal that was happy before its throat got slit. That is your audience. Your audience is not going to be the agricultural industry or the farming industry. It's going to be that end consumer. And if you can get them to vote in some way, either by being part of a Kickstarter or by being on a Facebook page, that's the kind of momentum that will take this to whatever you want done. It reminds me kind of the Coolest Cooler. Do you remember the Coolest Cooler?
No, sir.
The Coolest Cooler was this Kickstarter campaign that was this dude showing how he had reinvented the cooler. And all he had really done was added a speaker to it. It had a plug-in for a USB port. And I don't know what else, like an extra shelf or something. And it was orange instead of blue or something. I don't know. It was something basic. But he didn't have the funding to be able to take it mass market. So he just did this demo video of how it worked. And the thing went bonkers viral. Now yours is a little different because it's not a physical product. Yours is more intellectual property. But if you've got the people rallying behind it, the funding will show itself.
Yes, sir. I will get a video together.
Good man. I'm excited for you, dude. I think you are sitting on something cool, and you need to be creating content about your idea, and you need to be trying to connect with people who care about this cause. And that is the door that will open to seed rounds and investments and whatever you want to do.
Alrighty. I sure appreciate it.
All right, you got it, dude. Thanks for calling in. Well, Inez, I feel complete with that.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on Wine with Wyan tonight, everybody. I love you all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.